My name is Caroline Nielsen. I have been in practice for over 5 years now. I'm a board-certified holistic health practitioner, and I started actually with a chiropractor near my local town north of Boston. The PTL2 came to me through him because he decided to sell the equipment. He went on to do some other things, and I was really lucky enough because it really grounded all the work that I was doing with energy work and health coaching. I have loved the PTL2 and have had really great success with it on many different occasions. But the things that stand out the most are I have two ladies that have both really presented with gluten, one very strict with gluten and the other with gluten, dairy, and corn. And Kathy in particular, who's most recently, she has not had any gluten for 9 years. She's a single mom. She has two very busy sons that are, 10 and 12, and she just needs to have a break. And she really, her symptoms were, running to the bathroom 45 minutes after any kind of gluten, so it really didn't permit her to eat that. She came in, we did 8 or 9 visits out of the sensitivity protocol, and then we started to do the testing. And her boys got in on it too. They're like, "Mom, what are you going to have? What kind of bread? Do you want to have a croissant? Do you want butter on it?" All these different things. So it was very sweet. And she did it in the safety of her home on a Friday night when she had nothing, planned for the next day. And usually she'd also feel a lot of bloating and different other symptoms besides running to the bathroom. But she, the first time she tried a piece of bread with some butter on it, and she had a little bit of discomfort, but not much. And I said, okay, let's give it another couple, treatments. That was a Friday night. Monday we'll go for it again. And by Sunday night, she texted me and she said, "I've just had 2 double stuffed Oreos and I've had no reaction." And she's basically been good to go. She's been to Disney World. She's gone camping. She has gluten every single day now with no response. The other, actually funny, that was Kathy, and the other woman is named Kathy, and this was a few years back, but she was on her way to Italy, so she got for 5 years she basically couldn't leave her house till later in the morning. Luckily she had her own business, but she really was in kind of a tough spot. And same thing, gluten, went to dairy, then it went to corn, and it was just hard to find anything to eat. And she also presented with a lot of discomfort, and she was going to Italy, got very motivated to be able to eat whatever she wanted on this trip, including the cheese and the pasta and everything else. And she only had 6 visits, and this had been going on for about 6 years, 5 or 6 years. And that's all she could fit in was the 6 visits before she took off with a tour group of 40 people on a bus. And I told her before she left, I said, "Don't go too crazy." Well, that was not the case. She went crazy and she had absolutely no response. I also want to say this for the Probiotic Plus is particularly Kathy recently had been on some probiotics but was very sensitive to every single thing she tried. So when I told her it would really be helpful if she went on it, that I assured her that almost no one has a bad response with it. She still was hesitant, but she did try it, and that has really also been a huge important factor, I believe, for her success. I also want to say this, that one of the things that has been really so important as a practitioner and, being a part of this field and still new to it in some ways, is BioLight Technologies and Debbie Orr. She has been truly someone inspirational, a great mentor, motivating, positive. I'm just always amazed that she can get back in touch with people over the weekend, different hours. She'll come back to other things that she wants to add into, something that she mentioned a few days ago. My trainings have always been really just packed full of great information, so many good nuggets that come out. I wouldn't want to miss them. And it's just a pleasure to work with such a great company.